Can you tell me a bit about Lieutenant Stamets and his dynamic with the rest of the crew of the Discovery?
Sure. So my character, Lieutenant Stamets, is a science officer, but I have a very particular specialty, which is astromycology, which is the study of space mushrooms / mycelium. And he's inspired by a real life scientist in our time who's doing incredible work in the field of mycology on Earth and how much that could make a difference in our future. So it's, the stuff that I'm working on in the show is inspired by real science. And I can't go into details because the project I'm working on would be spoiler heavy, but it is a very meaningful and important project that I'm working on board the Discovery, and the Discovery is really kind of built around my specialty.
I would like to know what the dynamic is among the crew members on the ship, because traditionally there's an idea that there shouldn't be conflict between Starfleet officers. Is that something you guys are dealing with?
I mean, that's completely. There's so much conflict in this. It is conflict because I think that's the only way to nowadays on a TV show to have drama. You've got to have some kind of. I mean, I don't know how they did that before. It's very hard to have no conflict, but and I think it will make for a very exciting show.
What kind of conflicts does your character come into?
We meet my character as a POW, as a prisoner of war in a prison cell. So he's already dealing with a lot of physical and mental pain that he's gone through, horrible things, and so there's a lot to explore there as he tries to find some normality as he gets back on the ship.
Cadet Tilly is your character. Can you just tell me what is her role on the ship?
Cadet Tilly is in her 4th year at the Starfleet Academy, and she's working on the Discovery in a role. I would liken it to like an unpaid internship today, but like if you were a journalist and you had an internship at the Times, like the best possible gig I could have. So she's in a state of learning and absorption, which can be overwhelming at times. And I think throughout the season, you'll see her find her bearings and find a real role on the ship.
Is there a certain character that she interacts with more than others, or a friend or anything like that on board?
Yeah, well, she's roommates with Michael Burnham, and they kind of spark up an unlikely friendship. They're very different, but I think they find real friends in each other, and almost takes on a mentor relationship to Tilly. And then also she works for Lieutenant Stamets in engineering, who's working on a really incredible science, and he becomes more like a surly uncle, I would say, if I had to name it.
What does she think of the Klingons?
I think, Tilly is not that experienced in any of this, so I think she finds them terrifying. This is a huge unknown, and I think as someone inexperienced and greenwood, she looks on that with great apprehension, but hopefully she'll learn more. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.